The Pirate Academy Council had already made its decision. Kale stood alone, his rusted anchor chained to his wrist, a dead weight.
3 years, Kale, and not a single spark of power. You are unfit to sail our seas.
I am nothing. Even the anchor feels heavier today.
A relic from a ship of fools. Even the sea rejects him. Let him drown with it.
Task gestured to the guards. They seized Kale and dragged him toward the cliff.
So this is how it ends. No power, no promise. Just the anchor and the fall.
They shoved him off the precipice. The rusted anchor plunged ahead, dragging him toward the churning water. The cold swallowed him whole, down through the blue twilight, the anchor pulling relentlessly. And then, in the crushing dark, a whisper, not from the water, but from the iron itself.
You were never abandoned. Come, child of the deep. Let me show you what you are.
This is death. But the anchor, it spoke. Is this madness?
I am the last key to the abyssal current, a power your academy erased from history. Bind your soul to me, and I will grant you that power. You will return and make them pay.
Bind my soul? I have nothing left, but I want them to pay.
The current will consume you. Your humanity will fade, but your revenge will be absolute.
Then take it. Take my soul. I will become the undertow.
The anchor surged with black light. Chains of darkness pierced Kale's chest, binding his heart to the abyss. He was dragged deeper, into a trench where no light dared enter. The pressure should have killed him, but he remained. In the abyss, Kale opened his eyes. The current flowed through his veins. The anchor hummed with dark purpose.
Now we train. I will forge you into the monster they dread.
The abyss became his training ground. The anchor taught him to command the drowning pull.
Feel the current. Let it embrace you, then twist it to your will.
It's tearing me apart, but I won't break.
The anchor summoned a colossal squid to test him. Kale dove, but the creature's arms crushed his bones. The current slipped. Pressure exploded in his lungs. He sank, barely conscious. When he surfaced from the black, whispers filled the trench. Ancient voices, the founders.
They made a pact with the abyss, then sealed it when they feared its hunger.
So they are cowards. Their academy is built on lies.
Rage sharpened his focus. He reached out and crushed a boulder into dust, the current bending to his fury. The anchor hummed, but the whispers promised greater power if he paid a greater price. Kale continued to train, the abyss testing him. He deflected a crushing current with a gesture.
Long ago, the founders sought power. They made a pact with the abyss for the abyssal fruit.
The abyss gave them strength to command the seas, but it demanded souls in return.
They grew fearful and sealed the current, burying the truth. I was the last key, hidden away.
So they lived in luxury while the abyss starved. Hypocrites, all of them.
Kale's anger fed the current. He pulled a whirlpool from nothing, feeling the drowning pull obey him.
But to break the seal and sink the academy, you must pay the ultimate price, your humanity.
I lost my humanity the day they threw me off that cliff. I'll pay it gladly.
The anchor glowed in approval. Kale's eyes darkened, a hint of the void to come.
Then train harder. Soon, the tournament will begin. That is when you will return.
Kale threw himself into the abyss's fury. Each day, he bent the current further, his body a vessel for the dark tide.
The sacrifice will strip away what remains of your heart. You will feel nothing but the hunger of the deep.
Nothing? That's all I've felt since they threw me away. Let it take everything.
The abyss answered. Cold tendrils coiled around his heart, and a void bloomed in his pupils. His skin turned ashen. At the academy, the tournament approached. Cadets flaunted their powers, oblivious to the darkness gathering beneath the waves.
With my storm fruit, I'll crush any challenger. The title of Sea King is mine.
Lyra studied a journal in the library. A symbol matched the one on Kale's rusted anchor.
This mark, the Founder's seal. Why did Kale carry it? What truth did they hide?
She glanced out at the churning sea. A chill gripped her.
It's watching us, and it's starving.
Kale drifted through the sunken ruins, the anchor guiding him to a hidden chamber. Ancient tablets lay scattered.
This seal, the Founders' Pact, they traded souls to the abyss for power.
Yes, and when they sealed the current, they shattered all keys but one, me.
The proof was irrefutable. Kale's fingers traced the runes and the abyss hummed in satisfaction. Meanwhile, Lyra returned to the library, drawn by an uneasy feeling. She searched the restricted shelves.
A hidden compartment, a journal with the same mark, the Founder's personal log.
She opened it. The pages detailed the pact and the betrayal.
They sealed the abyss because it demanded more souls. They were afraid.
Her hands trembled. If this was true, the academy was built on a graveyard.
I have to hide this. If Tass finds out, he'll destroy it. But I need to know more.
Lyra found a quiet alcove and opened the journal. The first entry was dated decades ago.
The Founders made a pact with the abyss for power. They promised souls in return.
When the abyss demanded more, they sealed it, condemning their own allies to silence the truth.
They murdered innocents to cover their crime. The academy is a monument to betrayal.
While Lyra uncovered the past, Kale sat in the abyss, the anchor whispering visions of the future.
Behold the fate you will unleash. The abyss will swallow them all.
Kale saw the island cracking, black water flooding the arena, the screams of the dying echoing.
Yes, that is exactly what they deserve.
The vision faded, but Kale's void eyes glowed brighter. The abyss stirred, eager.
I have to stop this, but I am just a cadet. What can I do?
One night, Kale surfaced near a fishing boat. The abyss screamed for blood, urging him to drown the innocent.
They belong to the academy. Take them. Let the current feast.
Number, these aren't my enemies. I won't become a mindless monster.
He sank back beneath the waves, gripping the anchor. The tournament day would be his stage.
Then we begin the ritual. Embrace the abyss fully, and the seal will shatter.
At the academy, Instructor Tass addressed the gathered cadets. The annual tournament was upon them.
Prove your strength, and you may command the seas. The weak have no place here.
Finally, I'll crush them all and claim my title. None can match my storm fruit.
The truth is buried. If I speak, will anyone believe me? Or will I be silenced?
3 days. Then the abyss collects its due.
In an underwater cave, Kale began the final ritual. He placed both hands on the anchor and surrendered his name. The abyss tore through him, stripping memories of warmth, of kindness, of the boy he once was.
You are no longer Kale. You are the undertow, born of the deep.
Kale is dead. Only the hunger remains.
When he emerged from the cave, his eyes were black voids, his skin pale as a drowned corpse. The anchor was now a part of him. Above the waves, tournament day dawned bright. Cadets filled the arena, eager to prove their might.
Today, I'll show them the power of a true storm. They'll remember my name.
The journal. I haven't been able to read further, but something feels wrong today.
The sea was unnaturally calm, a quiet that whispered of the abyss. In the depths, the anchor pulsed. The time had come. In the grand arena, Vale raised his hands, summoning a crackling storm. The crowd erupted, their cheers shaking the banners.
Nothing can stand against the storm fruit. I'll crush any challenger.
Then a deep groan rumbled through the ground. The arena floor split open, and black seawater geysered upward. Cadets screamed and scattered. The water spread, dark and hungry, as if the sea itself was reaching for them. A figure stepped from the churn. Kale, but his eyes were empty voids. The rusted anchor dragged behind him. leaving a trail of wet shadow.
You mocked my anchor. You cast me out. Now the abyss demands its debt.
Silence swallowed the arena. Vale's lightning died in his palm. Even the gulls had fled.
That voice, it can't be. What happened to you, Kale?
Instructor Tass drew his blade, but his hand trembled. The boy he'd thrown away had returned as something else entirely.
The debt is eternal, and now so are you.
Kill him, now, before he brings the island down.
Vale recovered his nerve and thrust his hands forward. A bolt of lightning screamed toward Kale. Kale raised his palm. The lightning struck, but instead of burning him, it vanished into his skin, absorbed by the abyss.
The abyss is deeper than any storm. Your fruit is a flicker against the dark.
He reached out and pulled. The color drained from Vale's fingertips. His lightning gutted. The storm fruit withered.
What? What did you do to me? I can't feel it. I can't feel the storm.
Vale collapsed, powerless. The cadets backed away, their bravado shattered.
Kale, please, don't do this. There's still good here. There's still time to stop.
Kale is gone. The founders made a pact, and today the debt comes due.
He raised the anchor high, and a second fissure tore through the arena floor, revealing ancient stone beneath. Kale descended into the widening fissure, the anchor dragging him into the hidden dark. Stone tablets gleamed with ancient runes. He lifted one tablet, and the abyss's power made its words glow. The fallen pact lay bare.
We pledge our souls and the souls of our kin. In return, the abyssal current shall grant us dominion over the sea.
A horrified murmur spread through the arena. The founders had traded countless lives for power, then sealed the abyss to hide their crime.
It's all true. The journal, the seal, the Academy's glory is built on betrayal.
Instructor Tass lunged from the shadows, his blade aimed at Kale's chest. Silence. You dare slander the founders. Kale caught the blade in his bare hand. Black water coiled around the steel, and it shattered like frozen glass.
The slander is yours. You cast me out to protect your lies. Now the truth drowns with you.
Tass stumbled back, his weapon gone, his authority crumbling. The cadets and instructors shrank away from him. The academy, built on sacrifice and silence, stood exposed. And from the abyss below, a deep roar shook the island.
The founder's debt is now yours. The abyss will not be denied.
He slammed the anchor into the stone, and the abyssal current erupted through him. The island groaned as the seabed fractured. The harbor churned. A massive whirlpool opened, dragging warships and fishing boats into its dark throat. Waves crashed against the academy walls, black water flooding the lower halls. Cadets screamed, clinging to anything solid.
Kale, stop this. You've proven your point. The Academy is guilty, but you are killing everyone.
The innocent are few. The debt is collective. The abyss does not negotiate.
The island tilted further. The grand spire cracked, its top half sliding into the churning sea.
He's beyond reason. The abyss has consumed him completely.
From the whirlpool, a monstrous tentacle rose, glowing with abyssal light. The first of the old guardians awakened.
The hunger is endless. Let it feast.
The guardian fully emerged, a colossal serpent of black bone and abyssal light, its eyes blazing with ancient fury. Kale hurled himself at the beast, the anchor trailing a comet of darkness. He dodged the lashing tentacles and drove the anchor deep into its skull.
Take its soul. Add its strength to the current.
The serpent's body dissolved into black mist, flowing into Kale. His veins burned with new power, and the abyss roared in triumph. The Academy's main tower cracked and collapsed, sending a cascade of stone into the churning sea. The island tilted further toward its grave.
You win. There's nothing left. Just let the survivors escape.
The debt is not yet paid. The abyss wants all.
Only the highest spire remained above water. Kale stood upon it, the anchor raised like a scepter. As the island screamed its final groans, the whirlpool widened, its hunger unending. The Academy's legacy was drowning.
He's beyond saving. The abyss has won.
Lyra floated alone, clutching a shattered plank. Her sobs were swallowed by the roar of the dying island.
He saw me. For 1 second, I knew he was still there.
Kale's void gaze met hers. A tremor crossed his cold features, the ghost of a boy who once laughed under the sun.
I knew her before the cold. She gave me bread once.
The abyss erases all memory. Only hunger remains. Complete the pact.
The flicker died. Kale's face hardened into an abyss mask. He raised the anchor one final time. The sea answered with a deafening roar. A chasm split the ocean floor, and the entire island was dragged into the infinite dark. Lyra's scream vanished into the vortex. A thin thread snapped by the undertow. The Academy was erased. Kale sank with the ruin, the anchor pulling him into the depths. His eyes, open, stared into nothing. The sea closed over the tomb of the Academy. Only a dark stain on the water remained. Then even that faded. Kale drifted in the silent trench, the anchor a cold weight against his chest. The ruins of the Academy lay scattered in the abyssal dark.
The debt is never truly paid. You are now the abyss's guardian, its anchor in the world.
Guardian, what is there left to guard? Only bones and silence.
The abyss is eternal. It must be fed, and you are its mouth. There will be other debts to collect.
I gave my name, my heart. There is nothing left to give.
You are the undertow. Your emptiness is its strength. Embrace it.
Kale looked up. Far above, a sliver of light still filtered through the water, a world he no longer belonged to.
I could swim up, but why? There is nothing for me there. The revenge is done, and I feel nothing.
He let the current take him deeper, away from the light. The anchor pulsed in silent agreement.
Good. The abyss is patient, and now so are you.
Kale walked across the abyssal plain, where broken spires and shattered hulls lay like fallen tombstones. He recognized a twisted banner, the Academy's crest, now torn and stained by the deep.
I destroyed them, all of them. And yet the anger is gone. Only this cold remains.
He touched the rusted anchor. It was silent now, its whispers content. He had become the destroyer the founders feared, the undertow, the debt collector of the deep. Above, in the world of men, sailors began to speak of a ghost, a boy with a rusted anchor who dragged ships into the abyss. They called him the Anchor Ghost, a warning to those who mocked the seas forgotten. The tale changed with each telling, but the core remained. Never scorn the powerless, for they may return with the tide. In the trench, Kale listened to the silence. His form grew still, merging with the dark. The legend of the anchor was born, and the abyss, for a moment, was satisfied. On a moonless shore, a band of pirates gathered around a driftwood fire. The tide had left a bounty of splintered timbers and torn sails. One held up a ragged banner bearing the crest of the vanished Academy. An old salt, weathered and solemn, began to speak in a low rumble. There was a boy, he said, cast into the sea with nothing but a rusted anchor. The anchor was a key to the abyss, and the boy became its debt collector. Now the Anchor Ghost drags ships down, and the abyss's hunger never sleeps. The younger pirates glanced at each other, the flames reflecting in their wide eyes. They looked out at the black water, and for a moment they believed they saw something below, a faint anchor shape, rusted and waiting in the deep. In the deepest trench, where light had never touched, Kale sat upon a throne of rusted anchors.
The abyss knows no name, no past. You are its voice, its hunger, its will.
I have no name, no past, only the deep.
He listened to the whispers of the abyss, a chorus of the drowned and the forgotten. This was his home now, the endless dark where the debt was eternal. The camera pulls back, and Kale becomes a faint point of light in the vast darkness. Only his eyes glowed, two white voids in the black, watching.
The debt is eternal, and so are you.
I am the undertow. I am the anchor. I am the abyss.
And then, only darkness. The abyss swallowed the light, and the silence was complete. A faint hum broke the silence. In the black, the anchor stirred, its rusted edges bleeding a pure, dark light.
The debt is eternal.
The void opened. Two white eyes pierced the dark, and Kale's silhouette emerged, formed from the current itself.
And so am I.
The abyssal current swirled around him, a maelstrom of black water and ancient power. Kale raised his hand, and the anchor flew to his grasp. For a final moment, boy and iron united. Then Kale's form unraveled, threads of dark water blending into the infinite. The anchor sank, no longer rusted but pristine black, heavier than a mountain. A silent testament. It came to rest on the abyssal floor, waiting, and the abyss was quiet, fade to black. A young sailor stood on the deserted shore, the academy's wreckage long weathered into driftwood. She had heard the legends since childhood, the boy with the rusted anchor who became the undertow. Beside her, an old pirate leaned on a staff, his eyes reflecting the starlight. Some debts never fade, he whispered, his voice like shifting gravel. She stared at the dark water. Far below, a faint ember pulsed, as if the abyss was breathing. The old pirate nodded. He's still down there, watching, waiting. The young sailor shivered, but the sea was calm, a mirror of the night sky. The screen faded to a still image, the black anchor resting on the abyssal floor, its core a slow glow. The credits rolled in silence, names appearing over the eternal dark, and the abyss, patient and hungry, dreamed its endless dreams. In the deepest trench, a silhouette drifted. Kale, his form more shadow than man, cradled the anchor gently. His face held no expression, no trace of the boy who once laughed in the sun. Only the void remained, the anchor, black and silent, pulsed with a slow, steady light, a heartbeat of the abyss. Around them, the abyss was still, no whispers, no hunger, only a deep, ancient peace. As the last note of music faded, Kale's eyelids grew heavy. He looked down at the anchor, the weight that had saved and condemned him. With a final sigh, he closed his eyes. The anchor dimmed, its light fading into the dark. Kale's form dissolved, threads of shadow blending into the infinite. He became the undertow, indistinguishable from the sea. The abyss closed around him, a gentle embrace. No more pain, no more rage, only silence. The screen faded to black, the anchor's outline lingering for a moment, a specter in the deep, and then only darkness. The end.